This is Mandy with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today's class is the KW Consumer Mobile App. We're going to cover a ton in this class, guys. If you're watching this and you're on our YouTube channel, if you have any questions as you are viewing this, you can reach out to us at our email, support@scottleroyemail.com, and we'll be happy to help you, give you any free resources, and also offer some support and services to you to help you in your business if we work with the market center that you're in part of. Okay. All right. And so for today's class, I want to show you, just the KW Consumer Mobile app from a consumer standpoint, everything that they can do, everything that they can personalize, how they can reach out to you as well, and also from an agent's point of view, how you can personalize it for them, how you can track and have Big Brother access to basically every little thing that they do on their app, every listing that they look at, every one that they favorite. If they are looking in a particular neighborhood, if they add another buyer to their account to actually help with the decision-making process, all kinds of things. Just Big Brother access. I'll show you how to follow along with that. And also some more customization that you can do within your command account and send it out to your buyers as far as searches are concerned, and keeping you from having to go to things like your MLS portal and actually have a database over there and setting up searches for your clients in your MLS. You can do it all right here within command, and I'm going to show you all of that today. Okay, so let's cover the super basics right up front. There is a command mobile app that is for agents. When you go into the app store on your mobile device, let me move this over so I can show you. If you're looking at the command mobile app, it's going to have a red background with a white KW. Okay, that is just for you as an agent. The login is the same as your command logins, your command username and password. But today we're going over the consumer mobile app. Also, you will see this listed as KW Buy and Sell Real Estate app. It has a white background and red letters. Okay. I'm going to show you how to get this downloaded and how to log in as a consumer, because again, this is only for consumers. It's not for the agent, as in it does not see you as an agent when you log into the app. It only sees you as a consumer. We do recommend download your app, make your own login as a consumer, and that way you can get a personal experience as well and see what the consumer goes through and the options that they have. For today, I just want to show you how to download this in the App Store, how to do it manually. I'm going to show you how to brand it to yourself as an agent manually, and then I'll show you the easy way, how to just share with your branded link that's already in your command. But I want you to know how to do it the long way, just in case you do come across a consumer that may already have the app downloaded on their phone, but maybe they haven't branded it to an agent or something like that, or maybe you've gone ahead and downloaded it, but you don't know how to brand it to yourself. So let me just show you how to go through it manually, and then I'll show you the shortcut. Okay. So first things first, again, you're looking in the App Store on your mobile device. It will look like this. If you search for KW, several apps do come up, but you're looking for that white background with the red lettering. When you go ahead and download it, it may open like so. This is your search field. Okay. You'll notice on the bottom left-hand side of the screen, it says search right here. You're underneath this particular tab. It gives you a map to be able to search, but there's also an option up here on the top right that'll put it in list form as well. Either way, you may or may not be logged in at this point. It will allow sometimes for you to search, but whenever you go to save any information, reach out to an agent, favorite one of the listings, anything like that, it will ask you to sign in. So you can sign up or log in. This is what that particular screen will look like. Again, remember, this is a consumer login. It doesn't have anything to do with your command login. It does not see you as an agent no matter what. Okay. So if you have not created your consumer login, you can go ahead and click sign up. But if you have, choose login. If you do the login, it's just going to ask you for your email address and the password that you had already created. And you can update that password by choosing the forgot my password right here. Let's assume that you have not logged in, have not created that login before. And then it's going to look like this on your app. It says make yourself at home, ask for your first name, last name, email address, and your password. This email address will become your actual login as a consumer, and you can click sign up. Please note that at the bottom, it does say, I accept Keller Williams terms of use and privacy policy. This is important. This has to be clicked in order for it to let you go through and sign up all the way. Later in this class, I'm going to show you how to create saved searches for your client, meaning that they will get notifications of new listings that come on the market that match their criteria. In order for them to receive those saved search emails, they will have to have created this consumer login. They have to have created it, or they'll only get the initial saved search email that says it was created, and then they won't get any of the updated emails after that. This little gem right here at the bottom is what gives us permission to actually email those updates to them. Okay. So when they're signing up, they need to make sure that this is checked. It won't let them get past it anyway, so it prompts them. But just so you know, just make sure that that is done. Okay. Also, it's important to point out here as well that this particular consumer login on the app is the same login on your KW agent website. I'm sure most of you have seen on your website. Let me go ahead and go into command here and grab this agent's website URL, and I'll show you right here. If you go to any KW agent website, you will notice on the top right-hand screen, there's a login and sign up button right over here on the right. This is the same login. That consumer can log in either on a desktop or a laptop, and this will be their view, and they can access everything that it would typically be on your app. But if they're on a mobile device, like a phone or a tablet, it's most likely going to look like the mobile view that I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you both places, just like so on the app and then also on the website, just so you can see how it looks both places, and I'll show you just how it mirrors each other. It's almost identical. Okay. I do see someone raising their hand. Just FYI, I actually can't take audible questions through the class, but since you're here live with me, definitely drop that chat or drop the question in the chat for me. And if I don't see it while I'm teaching, I'll definitely circle back around after class and help get those answered for you. No problem. Okay. All right. So moving along, now that I've shown you everything about signing into the app, once you are signed in and you're here on the app, on the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see more. If you click that, this is what it looks like. Their name will appear at the top right here, the consumer, whatever their name is that they entered. And then right here, if it is not branded to you, if they've just downloaded the app, they didn't use your link from your command, and it's not branded to an agent, it will offer to find a KW agent for them. I want to show you again the long way how to do this so that you'll know, just in case you ever come across an app that is not branded to you, how you can get that done. And so you would simply click that Find an Agent button. It's going to ask you to search by name or location, either one. You'll notice if you ever go to kw.com, the generic KW website, and there's an option to find an agent, it's the same search. What's going to come up is your KW agent profile. And so you can just begin typing either, again, the name or the location. We chose name. It brought up our agent right here. It shows you the city and state in case there's multiple agents with that same name. As you can see, the profile then appears, and at the bottom, the consumer will be prompted to connect with that particular agent. So you can click connect, and then it also asks you to confirm. Just off chance, if this particular consumer has already registered on the app with a different agent, it will actually prompt them at this time and say, it looks like you're connected with, and show the other agent, and then this new agent that they're trying to connect with. And then that consumer does have a choice on which agent they would like to continue with being branded on the app. Okay. So they can go ahead and click confirm from that screen. They get a success check mark. They can tap anywhere to dismiss. And now they will actually see up here at the top, again, if they're coming back to that more screen on their app, this is the mobile view. Now they will see their particular agent up here at the top. So when you use your link right out of command and you download the app, it's already branded to you. You should be seeing your information right here as the agent. Okay. At any time, you can always click that view profile for that agent as well. If you scroll down on this particular page for more, there's also an option to share your app. That is a great way to share your app on the fly, especially if you already have it downloaded on your mobile device. It's already branded to you. Just in that quick moment, you can go ahead and click that share button on the bottom of this menu and send it to somebody. It'll open up the prompts, whatever you have set up on your mobile device, whether it's you use text or Messenger, WhatsApp, whatever it is that's already set up on your mobile device. It'll give you those prompts and you can choose how you would like to send it to that contact. Okay. All right. So, and this is the bottom of that menu, by the way. It says share KW app right here. Okay. All right. So I showed you the long way. Let me show you the easy way. So let's go ahead and go over here to command. I'm going to come back home just to give you some orientation. Let me up the font on my screen here, zoom in a little bit so it's a little closer. So right here, we're on the command dashboard or command home. On the left-hand side, the last icon on your left is your consumer tab. You can give that a click. This may look a little different depending on if you have upgraded to the new KW website. Okay, the screen that you're looking at right now is actually for an agent that still uses the legacy KW agent website. And if that is the case, you would come right here to site and app settings and give that a click and click URLs. Okay, if I click URLs, you'll notice right here that this is her consumer app URL. This is already branded to her. It's personalized per agent. Okay. If you don't see this for some reason, let's say, let me click on the consumer tab again to get back out here to the main part. If you've already upgraded to the new KW agent website and it looks a little different, you should have a huge blue banner right here that says manage your website. It'll give you an edit your website button. But if you scroll down just a little bit on that page, your app URL will be right there. You don't have to click anywhere else. It's right here at the bottom of this page. Okay. So let me go back to hers. Again, if you're using the legacy website, you would click site and app settings and then URLs. Right here for the app URL, if you are brand new, if you just got onboarded, you may not see this app link just yet. It can take KW just a little while to get it generated. Another situation may be that you see a part of the link. Maybe you see the first half right here, but you do not see the personalized slug at the end. If that is the case, it actually may mean that they just are still in process for creating that. Okay. If you don't see it at all, let me correct myself. If you see part of it, it means it's in process. If you don't see any code at all, it means that you may not be an agent in production with your office. You may either be admin or maybe your market center staff, something like that. You do have to be an agent in order to have that app URL. It looks like we got a quick question, so I was just checking it real quick. Good question, Sandra. So actually, don't have an example in front of me to show you when you've already upgraded to the website, what this particular consumer page will look like to show you your app. Actually, let me clarify. I can show you what it would look like. Here you go. There you go. So this is what your consumer tab will look like if you've already upgraded to the website. But if you scroll down, notice just off my screen here, it says app URL settings, and your app link will be right here underneath this. Okay. Excellent. Good question. Forgot that I had a visual for that. You're welcome. No problem. And just FYI, even with the new website updates, even though I'll be working from a legacy site today, it looks the same. So everything I'm going to show you today is essentially the same, even on the new websites. This particular page, the consumer page, is the only real big difference. Okay. So again, if you only see half of this, it just means you're not a producing agent right now, or maybe you're an admin or market center staff. But if you're an agent at all, even if you've had not had a closing or had a closing, either way, you should still see an app URL link right here. If you don't, please feel free to email us and send us your command logins, and that way we can jump in and try to fix this for you, troubleshoot it for you, see what we can do to get it pushed through. Okay. All right. So I just want to show you really quick what it looks like when you actually take this particular link. You can click copy. You'll notice I get a green banner saying it is copied, and I can actually go up here to the top and just paste that in. Notice it was a cute little URL, but then as soon as you start going to it on a desktop, right here, it actually defaults to this really huge URL. Okay. If that happens to you, that's 100% fine. I just recommend that if you're going to put this on your marketing, like let's say you're creating smart plans or maybe a campaign in Command, maybe you're sending a mass text, whatever you're doing, we highly recommend you use that short URL that's right here. Really neat and cute. There's no way to personalize that and make it even cuter, but at least for right now, it is shorter, and highly recommend you use that for your marketing, because once you put it in the browser, it turns into this really big ugly thing, and that's not going to look cute on your marketing. So you'll notice that it is branded by seeing the name and your headshot right here, kind of in the middle of the page. Again, this is the view if a consumer were to click on your link and they're on a desktop or a laptop. If they were on a mobile device, like a phone, it should go ahead and prompt them to go straight to their app store. If they're on a tablet, it really depends on that particular device. Sometimes it will take them here and it will open their browser. Sometimes it will take them to their app store. They can be a little finicky, but in the off chance that they need to go ahead and prompt themselves to the app store, they can always use the links right here below to go ahead and download that. Okay. And it works for the iPhone and also for Android, but the links are right there. Okay, that's the easiest way to share your app, either when you're on the app itself and choose the share the app button directly from the app, or to go ahead and share this branded link of yours. Okay, Brandy, I see your question. That could be a lot of reasons. So I highly recommend actually just emailing us and send us your login so we can look at your particular account and troubleshoot that for you. Um, all right, and so on this particular screen, again, as we're looking here, there's some more information here at the bottom before we actually jump in and see it from a consumer standpoint once you log in. But right here at the bottom, it just goes over some key features, like they'll be able to collaborate with you as an agent during their search. Also, and what I mean by that is they can create their own searches in the app, and so can you from command. And I'm going to show you all of that in detail today. There's also a dynamic map where they can actually put in places that are important to them, whether it's a store, a church, a school, a family member's house, whatever it is. The information pulls directly from Google, so it's very accurate. You can go ahead and click the dynamic map. They can enter places that are important to them, and anytime they look at listings, it will actually show them the commute time to those particular places that are important to them to actually help with their searches. Excuse me, I'll get my tongue working here in just a second. And then also, you don't have to be available 24/7. They can view this app anytime they would like. It works great for shift workers, things like that. Maybe they work night shift, whatever, and you're not available. They can actually do their whole entire search right here on the app and reach out to you. You'll get notifications in your command desktop, but also if you have your notifications set up correctly on your command mobile app, you can also get notifications in real time on your phone as well. Okay. And then also they can share houses directly from here, and so can you. If you want to share homes on your social platforms and things like that, or maybe through text or email, you can do it right here on the app. You can actually share links, and I'll show you how to do that today. Okay. All right. Now moving on to the sign up option. I showed you what it looked like on the mobile app. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like from the desktop. And then as we move along through all the different features, we can actually show you, I can actually show you how it mirrors each other, how it looks exact same on the app and also on the desktop. Okay. So this is again, this is a legacy website for an agent website. If it is the new one, you'll notice that over here on the right, some of the features or some of the lists are a little different because it would say like about me, it would say blog, more info, because your drop down menu is no longer there at this time, right? But please know there is still a sign up option on the top of your website that the consumer can use. It is the same login used for that consumer mobile app as it will be for your agent website. They will see all the same personalized information. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. If you wanted to sign up, you could click this. Just FYI, you can actually do that for your consumers for them, like as a concierge. Just know that you would need to reach out to them and let them know their sign-in information. They would need to know the email it will be under and the password you set up for them. Okay, but you can do that for them. Or they can do it themselves, first name, last name, email, and password. They'll check that acceptance box, okay, and then they'll sign up. If they already have an account, they can choose log in, and I'm going to go ahead and log in. Let me grab my information here, and then I can show you what it looks like from a consumer standpoint, what they're going to see on their end, but then also what you are going to be able to see within your command. Give me just a second here. There we go. All right, so now on the top right, again, let me zoom in. It looks teeny tiny today, guys. Sorry about that. So over here on the top right, now you'll notice the initials. This is Ellie Elephant. How original is that? So Ellie Elephant's initials are now at the top right, and the login and the sign up buttons are gone. If this was the new website, you would also see the same thing. You would see the initials in the top right. From this point on, you will actually see the same information as it would appear on the legacy and also the new agent website. Okay. And so you'll notice now we have a couple more options up here at the top. It says feed, guide, and then saved. So let's go ahead and jump into feed. First thing, the feed is going to give that consumer 3 different things that they can look at: saved searches, collection, and neighborhood polls. As this is pulling up, let me explain the difference between these. A saved search is going to be just like you were setting up a search within your MLS portal. It's where you have particular set of requirements like 3-bedroom, how many baths they want, how big they want their lot, if they want a garage, the price range they want to stay into, any of that criteria, right? So either this consumer can set the criteria here on your website by using the search bar up here and searching for particular places and set up that saved search that they would like to do, or you can do it as an agent on your end. But any homes that come on the market that meet that criteria will show right here underneath their saved search updates. They can view all the updates, the new ones, sometimes even just open houses if there's been a price change and a status change, like maybe it's gone from active to under contingency to back active, something like that. So they can view all of these updates. The saved searches update automatically. That means that you as an agent do not have to sit here in maintenance, making sure that they see the newest listings, or if the listings are sold, they will automatically be removed from right here underneath the saved search link. Okay. So let's go ahead and further look through saved searches, and then I'll jump into collection updates and explain the difference from there. So as they're looking on saved search updates, you'll notice that on some of them, it says created by your agent. This means this agent actually created this particular saved search from within command for them. They can view the homes right here. Notice it gives little blurbs, the price, information, including the address. And then there's also a heart where they can favorite that property. We'll see that heart in just a little bit, and I'll show you what it does. That's how they can send it to a favorites, into a collection, and follow that same property no matter what, no matter if it price changed, no matter if the status changes, no matter even if it's sold, they'll be able to track that one particular property. Okay. So it just favorites it for them. Just scroll down, you'll see some more properties. And here we see another search for a different area. This, you do not see that it was created by the agent. That means the consumer actually created that saved search right here on their app for themselves. They can do that as well. If you look over to the right, there's an option to see all the properties, not just the highlighted ones that are here, like the 6 to 9 that they'll prompt right here on the screen. And they can see all the additional if there's more than that by clicking the more option over here on the right. If they were on the app, well, let me bounce over and show you what this is going to look like on the app. Just a second. Let's get back to where we were. So if they go onto the app right here on the bottom, you'll notice we have those same options as we did on the website: feed, guide, and saved right? We've already looked at search, and this is where they can come and enter information. They can click this nice little bubble right here on the bottom or on the top right, a rectangle, I guess, not a bubble, and put it in list form if they would rather see it in list form instead of on a map. And they have the option to save that search right here based on the criteria that they have entered. But if they go under their feed, that is where they will see the results of their saved searches that they already have. This is the generic screen. If they don't have any saved searches set up just yet, then they would see this and it would prompt them to start searching. Okay. If they do already have saved searches set up, they would see it just like it is on the website. If they're on a desktop or a laptop, from a mobile device, you will also see the same options: save search, collections, and neighborhood pulse. And they can view and just filter through and sort the options right here with these options. And if they scroll down, they'll keep seeing those homes listed, gives a little blurb, price, and they can heart and favorite those properties. Okay. So let's jump back to the desktop laptop view. And now that we've viewed these, I want to jump into a particular property and show you some more detailed options before moving on to collections. Again, the consumer can come anytime and create a search right here in the search bar at the top or on that same screen on their app. And if they do that, they have the option right there to create a saved search. They can follow a neighborhood there if they would like, and they can also favorite properties and move them into their collections all from that search screen if they're going that way. Since this particular consumer already has a saved search, we can just click one of the properties they already have populating. This opens a new tab on their app. They would still be within their app, usually. And so here you can see again, we keep our same options at the top if we need to bounce to anything, but you see the address of the property, gives you a snapshot. Scroll down and you can see the particular photos. You can scroll through those if you like. And then just below that, you'll notice it goes into property description, property details. I'm going to come back to this right-hand side. We're going to spend some time here to show how much they can do. But over on the left, you'll notice parking features, financial details, gives a little map of the area and some market stats on that particular area. Then it goes into what locals say and the commute times. This is where this person can add that place. Let's say they want to add, let me think of something that's there. They can, this is the only thing I know that's there. It's a school. Let me grab the school and add it as a particular place. Now, this place is saved to their account, so no matter what listing they look at, it should show us the driving, biking, and walking commute time between this particular listing and that location, no matter what they put in, and they can add multiple places. Okay. They also see nearby schools. They can see open houses and a mortgage calculator that's already built in. If you want to change any of this, you can see it all or updating in real time here and can put it in and just change that and play around with the numbers if they would like. And below that, there are some ads for home loans and Keller Covered. And then it shows nearby homes. At the bottom will always be a lead capture page for you. Your information will be on the right. Let's say they shared this particular listing with a friend, right? They chose the share link to send it over to somebody via text or on their social, and they opened it up and saw it. They would see this, and maybe they could reach out to you here and enter their information. If they chose to do that, the information goes directly into your command database underneath your contacts tab, and you will get a notification saying you have a new lead. Okay. As we scroll back up over here on the right, I want to focus and show you some things. This is how they can interact with you as an agent. You'll notice your information will populate here. And we have that heart again where they can save. This time I want to show you how it will save to a collection. We can give that a click and I can choose whichever collection that I want to save it under. I can click new collection and create another one if I like, and even make any notes about this particular home to remember why I was saving it, but you don't have to. It's not mandatory. And click save. The thing about collections is that it is static, meaning, you know how on saved searches, they have a set criteria, and any home that meets that criteria that has the same number of bedrooms or more, has the same number of bathrooms or more, as it comes on the market, it will populate in their saved searches. So you don't have to be manually updating it. Well, collections, since it's a particular set of properties that you, the agent, or the consumer has chosen to follow and save, it will be that particular house, no matter if it even sells or not. So it's static. You do have to go in and manually remove it from your collection if you want to remove it, if you're tired of following it, but you can also go and manually add properties to it as well. It does not automatically update to remove homes once they come off the market. So just so you know, you as the agent can create collections, but also the consumer as well, and they are static. They don't automatically remove properties when they come off the market. Okay. Right here is a share button where they can share this, or you can even share it to either friends, social platforms, email, whatever you would like to do. And just below, they can ask their agent. They can click this, it pre-fills their information from their account. The phone number is not required at this particular point, and they can write a note to you if they would like. Maybe they want to know what the HOA dues are here. And so they can submit that. That question just now has populated in their timeline underneath your contacts in command, and you also will get a notification as well. And I'm going to show you what that looks like from the agent's perspective shortly. Okay. Also, they can request a tour. There's great options here. It gives them 3 options to pick a particular date. It pulls up a little calendar. They can choose any date they would like. It's not required to fill out all 3. They can just choose one if they like. The other great thing is it doesn't pin you to a particular set appointment time. It gives them a window. They can choose morning, afternoon, or evening. Okay. And so we'll just select one option here. They can choose up to 3 again. And coming down, it does give them a little blurb about their health and safety is our top priority. So it gives them the option they can choose an in-person showing. And if they do that, it will only give them a place to send us a note, and then they can request the tour. Or if they would prefer to do it virtual, they can choose a live video showing. It gives the most popular video platforms as an option here, but you can choose other if there's a different one that they use. But let's just choose FaceTime to make it easy. They can still put a message in to you, the agent, and request that tour. They'll get a confirmation screen and they can click got it. From there, again, it's going to update in the timeline, in the contact profile, in your command contacts, and you will get a notification. Okay. Now, this is how the consumer can reach out to you, the agent, through the app. Now, you, the agent, to respond back to that consumer at this time, you would need to use their preferred method of communication. You would either use your personal device to text them, to send them an email, maybe call them, whatever you know that they prefer. You would use your own personal device to reach out to them. You wouldn't necessarily use the app to communicate back to them. Okay. So this is very important because we know how good communication is so important, especially in real estate. So the consumer does not need to continuously check their consumer mobile app waiting on a response from you. They will get a notification for whatever method you choose to reach out to them. Again, text, phone call, email, whatever it is, smoke signal, whatever y'all prefer. Okay. So that's how the consumer will wait to hear back from you, but you as the agent can definitely see all of these things happening through your command notifications. Okay. All right. And so let's go back. Now that we looked at a property in detail and how they can actually reach back or reach out to you, let's go back over to the website that we were on, and we were looking at saved searches, and let's move on to collections right here. Again, this shows that there are no new updates to the properties they've added to their collections in the last 60 days. So we'll just choose to view their collection. And this is it right here. Ellie has added a couple of properties to their favorites, one being the one we were just looking at. Notice they can have multiple collections and they can create a new one right here as well. If you were on the app, the actual mobile device, and you chose to click collection updates right up here at the top, it's going to look pretty much the same. It's going to show you the property, the little blurb of information, and they can scroll down through these. Notice it shows them which ones are the agent's pick versus the one that they've chosen as well. Okay, you can remove properties from the collection simply by clicking the heart and removing it. It will give you a pop-up screen just to confirm. Okay, going back to the desktop laptop view right here from the website, just because it's easier to show you guys from a bigger screen. And then I see the question. I'm definitely going to grab that at the end. I want to make sure I can squeeze everything in, but Maurice, y'all keep the questions coming. That is awesome. All right, so let's jump into the collections. And if you give the collection a click here, it will show you those particular properties on the left, and on the right, it's going to open it in map form. Okay, you do have edit options, you have share options, and again, you can unfavorite that property simply by clicking the heart. It asks you if you want to remove it from the collection, and you just click delete. It gives you a confirmation that's been done, and you can just hit dismiss. Okay, that leaves our one property right here. And now I'll get to follow this property no matter what the status is. Excuse me, just need to clear my throat. All right, and so now let's go back out of collections and we can choose neighborhoods. Right here, the consumer can add their own neighborhoods, or you can do it as well within command. And so these particular neighborhoods have already been followed in here, and they can scroll down through the list. They can even choose to view them. Let me show you the mobile view. And so you'll notice neighborhood pulse right up here at the top right. If you click that, it will show again the different neighborhoods, but they'll be in bubble form right up here across the top. You can scroll sideways to see those. And when you view them, it shows you the market stats. Let's go back to the desktop view and show you when you click on view for a particular neighborhood, what it will show you. It gives you a map. And it does show you what locals say, the walkability. You can explore the neighborhood more. Usually there's a little bit more information. This neighborhood may be a little smaller, so it doesn't show more. But here, the market snapshot, it shows you the average days on market. Notice that you have some clickable links under each one. And it shows you the median and average price of active and pending listings for this particular area. You can click that on each one of them. Pretty handy dandy. And then also there's sold stats as well with some more additional information if you're able to choose the little cross at the bottom, and even shows you the percent of change. Pretty brilliant. Down at the bottom, it'll show properties for sale. You do have some sort options as well for that. You can scroll through the carousel if you would like. And then you have what locals say as well. Transit and commute as well. You can search for a particular place. Again, it should have saved the place from previous. We do use these logins though over several accounts, and sometimes the place will save and sometimes it won't for us. But for your consumer being registered with you as one agent, it should save the place from listing to listing. Okay. And then here for nearby schools, you can see that information as well as places. This can give you highlights and restaurants, even their Yelp ratings and things like that, and shows them on a map as well. Nearby neighborhoods will be listed down here at the bottom, and they can click these as they would like. If it's not one that they already follow, they will have a follow option up here at the top right. Let's say they use the search bar right here or on their app to actually search for a new property. When they're looking at that property, there will also be an option to follow neighborhoods from that screen as well, if they'd like to choose more. Okay, we're going to jump back to feed right here. We were under neighborhood pulse and we just finished that. And I showed you what it actually looks like as well on the mobile view. Okay. And so the other options that you can see as a consumer from this is guide as well. So if I were going to click guide, this is the guides that are available to you if you still have the legacy KW site. Currently, with the new upgrade to the KW website, the ability to edit these guides is no longer available. We believe as the updates roll out that there will be more options and more editability, but at this time on the KW legacy sites, the agents can still go in and edit the buyer's guide and the selling guide that is available here. I'm just going to show them really briefly since this is something that is being currently updated and right now you may not have access to, but if you still have this available, the buyer would actually come in here and be able to look through. So would a seller, they can choose different steps, read through them, read the information on the bottom right. They can actually mark it as complete and you would get a notification that they marked it as complete. And you can come in and have some kind of editability if you have that legacy site again, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. Okay. Saved. This is just a quick grab. If this consumer comes in and they want to know exactly where they want to go, instead of thumbing through all the tabs, they can just hit saved and go immediately to either their saved searches, some of the collections, or even neighborhoods that they know. Okay. And they have a view all button there. If they click underneath their initials, they do have options to like view their history, view their account, and even add a co-buyer. If there is someone that is important in the decision-making process, they can add them here, and it actually sends that individual an email asking if they would like to basically agree to link their account to this particular person. And that way, their apps will actually work the same on each one of their devices. They can see each other's saved searches, send each other properties, stuff like that. Under your account here as well, this is where your consumer would be able to come and actually change their password, change their notifications. They can do that here and change their places as well. Okay. That wraps it up from a consumer's perspective on the website. Let me jump really quick back to the app view and just show you again. We finished up the neighborhood pulse, but still notice the guide and the saved features are still down here at the bottom, and you can see how they look pretty much the exact same. The buying and the selling guide, they can check mark them when they're done. They can click on each step as they would like to read and learn, and their saved options. If this person had had a saved search or a neighborhood set up, those would have shown right here if they click saved, so they can quick grab any of those information. Okay. One other thing on the app, underneath the more option, remember it shows this particular list right here. They can come back here under tools, and there is an affordability calculator here that's pretty handy. If they were to use the affordability calculator, it's kind of like a reverse calculator. They put in what they make and it tells them how much they can afford. Okay. I just want to make sure you know that that benefit is there. All right. And then let's make sure I've exhausted that portion. And I'm going to jump into the agents part. All right, great. We wrapped all of that up. So now let me show you as an agent what all of this looks like within your command. Okay. And so we're going to go back over here on the left. Again, this is what it looks like if you click on the consumer tab within command. And this is what it looks like if you have that particular legacy website. It's going to look like this. Notice Guide Builder is right here. So if you do still have a legacy site, you can come to Guide Builder right here and you can actually make changes to those particular guides. You can click on them, you can change the titles, you can change the pictures, you can reorder the steps by dragging and dropping. You can basically change anything and everything that you like about those and just save the changes. Within 72 hours, that will be updated on the consumer mobile app for the consumer to see. Okay. Again, if you've updated to the new website, Guide Builder currently is not an option. We do hope through the new updates that more will be rolled out. Okay. Collections will be an option that you still have. Again, remember collections are particularly hand-picked or cherry-picked homes that do not update automatically. The information will, like if an agent goes in and updates the price of that listing, of course, that consumer will be able to see that that price is updated or the photos or whatever, but it will not remove them from that collection if the property goes under contract or drops. Like let's go say an agent made a mistake and they went in and now that property only has 2 bedrooms instead of 4. And so if it drops out of the parameters for that consumer, like if it doesn't have enough bedrooms for them, it's not going to be removed from the collection just like it would a saved search. You would have to come in and manually remove it. You also have an option here as an agent to create collections for your consumers, just like they have the option to create collections through their app, through their consumer login. So as an agent standpoint, you can come here to collections and create a new one. You would create collection over here on the right. Any collection you had already created would show right there, and you can edit those. You'll put in what you're looking for. Let's say you have a handful of investors and you're looking for great deals in a particular area, because you can send these collections to multiple consumers. It doesn't have to go to just one. So you can come in here, put in what you're looking for, and then all the listings will populate over here to the right once you apply those filters, and you can just hand pick which listings you actually want to include in this collection that you think are the best deals, or what have you, whatever kind of collection that you're looking for. Maybe you're looking for a first-time home buyer or something like that. You can come in here, create the selection, name your collection, and then hit create. And from there, it will actually ask you who you want to send these to. There it goes. It asks you, who do you want to assign this to? So you can assign contacts. It will open another window and show you your contacts, and you can completely add contacts that way. You can even add them by tag. If you've already gone into your contacts and added a tag to those investors or whoever it is that you're creating the collection from or for, you can just add that tag quickly and save yourself some time. Okay. And then it'll send out to those consumers. They will actually get an email. Let me grab the email that it will show them. Just a second. This is what it looks like. They will get an email that says, you'll want to check out this new collection when you create that collection for them. And they will have this right here. It gives a little blurb. It lets them know that you created a collection for a particular area. It's whatever you named that collection. They will see it. It'll be right here at the top and in the body. It puts your header at the top. It also puts a signature block at the bottom for you with a link to download your app. They can click on this collection, edit, share, whatever they would like to do once they receive that email. Okay. So that's what an email looks like when they receive it. Now moving back from collections, let me show you what this looks like underneath your contacts as all of this has been going on the consumer side. So over here under contacts, here we go. The first thing to look for when you're under your contacts, if they have logged in and created that consumer login, you'll notice a check mark in a green circle beside their name. This right here is what lets you know that they've created a consumer login either on your website or their consumer mobile app, okay? If you hover over it, it says agent site connection. If you're unsure about the people in your database as to whether they have actually signed up underneath your app, you can always go to your filters. And let me close some of the little menus here so you can see it. But right here, it says agent site connection. You can view who has connected, but you can also view who has not connected as well. So if you want to see who all does not have your app, has not signed in yet, but you need them to, you want to, it's a great way to connect with them and give value first, right? Come from contribution, which is a big KW thing. So you can actually come in, look who's not connected in your database and reach out to them and give them your app. Hey, I have a brand new app, personalized. I want to show you what all it'll do for you. Do you mind trying it out? And go from there. You can also go into your advanced options right here. And let's say you wanted to see who is connected under your agent site connections, but you also want to see if they've been recently active. So maybe they haven't been active in the last 30 days. So you want to reach out and see if they're still interested. Maybe their search changed. Maybe they already bought a house with somebody else. You want to know these things. So you'll come over here and actually create an additional field. Let me scroll down. Recently active, there it is. Trying to read and talk at the same time doesn't work all the time. And so then you can say they've been recently active in longer than or within the last. So longer than, and let's say 30 days. So it's been more than 30 days since they've actually been active in the app. And then you can hit apply and it'll show you those contacts in your database that this applies to. Okay. Just to help show you. So you can do that. You can even create a smart view so you don't always have to go through those filters. If you have any questions about that, highly recommend checking out our database overview class. It'll go into showing you how to work your filters and also set up smart views to make it easier so you can better look at your contacts and your database in an organized way. Okay. Now that we've gone over that, I want to show you what it looks like within the contact profile. If you're unsure, you can always come right here to your notifications and see down here at the bottom, it actually shows what it looks like if an agent, or excuse me, a consumer very first signs up. New agent site registration received. Right here is what it looks like when someone very first signs in, and it'll give you a hyperlink to view that contact. It'll take you right to their contact profile. Going up, you can see that they sent us a message. Remember when we said reach out to the agent or ask the agent a question from that website? This is what it will look like. Again, hyperlink directly to that contact. If they request a showing, it will also show right here in your notifications. It'll show you which property actually, and again, has that hyperlink so you can go right to the contact. So no worries if you don't know their name, or maybe you've kind of gotten lost in the filters and it's a little frustrating. No worries. You can always come right here to your notifications and grab that hyperlink right there. Okay. All right, coming back. Let's go ahead and jump into the contact profile for the last couple of minutes here in class. And I want to show you what it looks like from right here within the timeline, and then also to create that saved search for your consumer. Okay. So over here on the right, you'll notice that this is all updating. We have it set to all activity. And in their timeline, we're going to see what all they've been doing. It shows you when they've actually viewed a collection. It shows you when they've updated a collection. Notice it gives us hyperlinks directly to the properties that they were updating or they were viewing, right? It shows us both properties that they viewed right here within the collection. If you scroll down, you'll notice that you get things like they reached out and requested a video tour. It shows you the timestamp even of when they requested it. Shows you the property. I can click on this and see the property details right away. I can also view the request for a showing. It shows me that time frame that they chose, that they wanted it to be for a FaceTime. And again, I have a hyperlink directly to the property if I want to view it. Okay. Again, remember, as an agent, reaching back out to the consumer, you're going to use their preferred method of contact. You will not be contacting them again back through the app. Okay. Right now, it is a one-way communication to you when it comes to requesting showings and also asking questions. Okay. As they come down, you'll see where we ask the question about a particular property, shows again the time that they did it, a little photo of the property, and shows their question right here. Okay. And again, shows all the information. I do want to point out, it also shows you when they logged in. So you'll be able to see when they actually log into the site. Okay. If they originally sign up, let me scroll all the way down. You can also see when they very first created their registration as well, if you ever want to know that. Okay. Now, neighborhoods. Remember, the consumer was able to choose the neighborhood that they want to follow on the app. You can also choose neighborhoods for them right here on the left-hand side under neighborhoods. If you have an address on file for them, a primary address, it may auto-populate the primary neighborhood for them right here based on that particular address. In this particular case, the physical address we have on file for her is in a commercial location, so it did not pull a neighborhood, but we can add a neighborhood right here. We can always click Add Neighborhood, find on a map, and then you just hold your control key down and zoom in. See how little green blotches? Those are all neighborhoods. You can hover over them to get the name. You can click on them to select them for the consumer. You can even come down here, uncheck them, check them again, and just hit save. It will add those neighborhoods. Notice on the right, it lets you know that you've subscribed this consumer now to this neighborhood. Since this consumer has that green check mark beside their name, and we know that they have a consumer login, now we know that these particular neighborhoods will populate whenever they go to Neighborhood Pulse on their app or on your website. Okay. That's how you would add and remove. If you see a neighborhood you cannot remove right here, like Old Colorado City, that's because that consumer actually chose it themselves from their app and you can't remove what they choose. Okay. But you can choose to remove the ones that you chose, like these. So you can just go through and hit X's beside them if you want to. Over here on the top right, saved searches is our last stop for the day. You'll notice right here that these are saved searches that have been set up. Notice one is grayed out with the edit and the delete options, and one you have the editability. That is because this particular one was created by the agent. If you create one, you can edit it and you can delete it. If the consumer does, you cannot edit and delete, but they can from their end. Okay. And also know that at any point, the consumer can change the notifications they get on their end. You would come in here to create new saved searches if you would like. You can click this right here. I want to show you what this looks like briefly. You can set the location up by neighborhood, zip code, city, school attendance zone, and a custom. If you choose custom, let's say they want to include a rather large area that has multiple neighborhoods, multiple zip codes, you can actually choose custom and it'll show you a map and you can draw a shape on that map to get the whole area that they want. Okay. Once you choose this area, let's just go in and type in, oh, I had it on city. Let me grab zip code. It would have still worked, but just to be specific, I'll go in and type in a zip code. I select it. You can put in price, min, max, the amenities. You can choose the property type. It selects all of them for you just in case, but you can choose whichever you want. Listing status will show active, pending, and coming soon. And then choose the criteria that they want for their area. They can also choose open house only. If you have some tire kickers that you want to keep nurturing that relationship with, go ahead and set them on a safe search for an open house. Great way to keep that relationship alive. Hit next. Here's where you will title your saved search. I just keep it easy, make it the zip code. That way, at a glance, you know what that saved search is for. And then it goes to their primary email on file, so that already pulls through. There is an option to have an email notification sent. We know that they're signed into the consumer app on this particular contact, so they will automatically see those new updates when they look under saved search tab. However, if they have not created that consumer login, just remember they will not receive the emails. They will get an initial email, and I'll show you what that looks like right here. They will get an initial email showing that you created a saved search, and they can click to view saved search right here. And they may be able to view this first one, but they will not get any updates beyond this if they have not created that consumer login. Okay. All right. So you can set up email frequency, instant, daily, weekly, biweekly, or monthly, whichever they would prefer. We're going to go ahead and set it on daily and create a saved search. They will get that email now that you've created a saved search for them and give them an option to view it, also with the link to download your app in case they don't already have it. And that is it. That's how you can go ahead and do a saved search within your command and not have to keep bouncing over to your MLS portal back and forth and have your database in both places. Okay. All right. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I know I'm 1 minute over time, but I appreciate you. If you have any questions and you're here with me live, please stay. I will stay for just a couple of minutes and get those answered for you. If you're watching this on YouTube and have any questions, you can reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. Thank you again for watching.